Happy Nurses Week. The following is a short compilation of a few videos that I had the privilege of doing with some wonderful nurses that I've had the opportunity to work with. Enjoy.
Nursing provides joy to those we serve by allowing us to provide professional and compassionate care. I have the time to sit down and really listen to the needs of my patient. My training allows me to focus not only on the physical need of the patient, but also any mental, emotional, or even environmental needs. Nursing isn't only about caring for the patient. A lot of times we are caring for the family members as well, helping them through difficult processes. We are with these patients during some of their weakest and darkest moments, and nursing is an amazing profession that I'm so honored to call mine.
So when I say nurses bring joy, what does that bring to mind for you?
I believe nursing brings joy to patients by having a unique and necessary role in their physical, emotional, and spiritual health. In today's world, with the utilization of technology and artificial intelligence, these are commonly used to diagnose and treat patients. And although these are great things and they have good outcomes for patients, sometimes I believe nurses are able to bring the joy by remaining as the human element of that. Nurses are also able to be compassionate and give expert care and have the connection that patients need. I believe nurses are able to assist those physical, emotional, and spiritual needs by being that tangible resource.
So tell me, when I say that nurses bring joy to those around them and their patients, what does that mean to you?
It means to me that you are showing the patient compassion and kindness, being a patient advocate, and having a listening ear. That sometimes our patients are fighting battles that we know nothing about. And I feel that when they're in my care, I want to make sure that I give them that little bit of hope by showing that compassion and kindness. And at the end of the day, if I can make them smile and give them that little bit of joy, it's all worth it.
How do nurses bring joy? Historically, nurses have been seen as the caregivers of the medical world. They're associated with such attributes as advocacy and empathy among their patients. Among their peers, we typically are a source of empowerment and support and strength and knowledge and wisdom. And if I reflect on it, I think that it's not often that nurses see themselves as a source of actual joy. However, if we stop and think about those actions or what physical evidence is associated with joy, we can easily associate nurses with joy as well. It's a patient's smile. It's how they light up when you enter the room, even when they're in pain or suffered a great loss. It's the relief on that mother's face when you tell her that her baby's going to be okay. It's the twinkle in that elderly patient's eyes when you congratulate them on their 100th birthday and tell them you're looking forward to celebrating the 101st. It's the eagerness and the curiosity that you feel reflected in a child's questions. It's all of the boo-boo kisses and the doll band-aids and those never-ending questions about what happens when I swallow, why is our blood red, how come I can feel my heartbeat in my toe. It's just a few of the questions that my children have asked. And in turn, answering those questions brings us joy. It's the joy and satisfaction of watching that light bulb turn on in a new nurse's eyes when they understand the reasoning behind a certain action or intervention or treatment. It's these connections we have with other people and around us, these moments that we bring joy to others, that we in turn bring joy to ourselves. We find joy in our service to others. Along with the other nurses that I've had the privilege of working with and who graciously agreed to video their thoughts on how nurses bring joy, I would like to thank M&A for the opportunity to reflect on how we bring joy to our families, our patients, our coworkers, peers, and ultimately to ourselves. Thank you and happy Nurses Week.